Maria Sharapova, no wrecking ball here. She is the biggest earning female athlete in the entire world. 23 million in endorsements.
But you didn't make that. So does it bother you that she took home so much more? She's not even the best tennis player. She's ranked 4th. She makes the most money because she's a good-looking blonde. How unfair is that? And yet, I don't hear people complaining. People accept that. They accept that movie stars and singers make millions, too. Do you mind that they make millions of dollars?
No, this hasn't really occurred to me that I mind. I just like watching them.
They have a talent and they use it and they get paid for it.
Does it bother you that Tiger Woods made $78 million last year?
It doesn't bother me. If he can make it, he needs to make it.
But what about business executives? Does it bother you that some CEOs make millions when their workers don't?
Yes, I think everybody should be treated as equal, and they should make enough money so that they can be stable and comfortable.
Why does it bother people that CEOs are rich when they're okay with Beyonce or Tiger Woods being rich? Economist J.C. Bradbury has a theory.
Entertainment is about filling us with emotions, making us excited, and we've all had some success with it. We've been in school plays, we've tried to hit curveballs and failed doing it. We understand how the things they do are so extreme and make us so happy.
We get that. We don't get what the businessman does.
Well, we see the businessman with the white shirt and the tie and making all that money. Well, what is he doing? Why does he make more than anyone else? He's showing up 9 to 5 just like I am. Why am I not making that much? So you don't get that same connection that you might have to an athlete or a celebrity.
And earlier, Bob Beckel argued that when they take that much money, they're taking it away from the workers because they could pay them more.
Well, that's what I call you used a pie example earlier, but a piñata view of the economy. We tend to think a piñata bust, candy goes out, and then one kid gets all the candy, and then, oh, we need to take it up and give it out to everyone else. The reality is that when we try and take that and give it away to other people, we're changing the incentives. People in the economy are making money because they're doing something productive. Baseball players make a lot of money because they do something that a lot of other people can't do, and we understand that.
But the CEO? It's not so clear.
Well, part of that is because you're not head of just a local company in your town. You're head of a company that is worldwide, so that the mistakes you make have vast consequences. And there are a lot of other companies that want you to help their company. And so if you're worth $100 million a year, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of stockholders, willing to get you to come work for their company so they can make that money.
Well, I think the position taken by the owners of the Ben & Jerry, who own the ice cream company. I've got some Chunky Monkey here. It's great stuff. They said on their website during the Occupy Wall Street demonstration, the inequality that exists between classes in our country is immoral. And a few years before, Ben & Jerry said they would pay their executives no more than 5 times what they paid their lowest paid workers. But they couldn't find a CEO they liked, so they ended up paying 14 times more. He didn't work out. They had to hire somebody else and pay him even more. So these leftists, I say, are as clueless and their ideas melt. Is this a bad example? Bad metaphor?
Understanding that certain policies we adopt, good intentions aren't enough. We have to understand that we change how people behave. When people decide, well, I don't have to do something productive to succeed, I can take from other people, they're going to adopt methods for doing that instead of going and trying to do productive things. And that's something we need to avoid.
Well, we're not avoiding it in America, and I do think it's hilarious, your point, that people love the sports heroes, the actresses, actors. Robert Downey Jr., $75 million he made, according to Forbes. Beyonce, $53 million. Jennifer Lawrence, $26 million. The athletes, Tiger, it's interesting, golf, tennis, basketball, football, golf, soccer, it's well distributed. Making millions and millions of dollars, and people love them.
Right, and even when there is some outrage about these athletes' salaries, I think it's funny that they don't realize that by capping their salaries, you're just ensuring that the billionaire owners are getting more money. It's not the money going away, and it's focusing on this misunderstanding of where this wealth comes from.
Yeah, the NBA and the NFL have salary caps.
Right, and it's interesting if you want to look at how balanced the play is, because that's what they always talk about, competitive balance.
It's not like a real free market, because you want, for entertainment value, to have everybody relatively even. I don't care if Apple makes the best telephone.
Right, and it's interesting that baseball is far more competitive than it used to be and has no salary cap. It's actually more competitive than the NBA. It's a little bit less competitive than football, but in football you don't have, in baseball you don't have maybe a dynasty like the Patriots or the Denver Broncos or the Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers. We think about the Yankees, but we have a lot of smaller teams that are doing well. So it's not a cure-all, and there are always ways around it, and those companies that are, or those teams that are trying to make money always find a way around it.
Thank you, J.C. Bradbury. Coming up, what is fair, and why are we just talking about money? Is it fair that he's good looking? Is it fair that he was 6'4"? Didn't seem fair to me that I was the shortest kid in middle school, so I got picked on. Should government intervene? Actually, when it comes to inequality, government intervention is part of the problem because government subsidizes rich people now. People like movie stars in Malibu. That's next.